another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm your hostess and your melanated queen. I am actually trying to see if we are live. I can't tell if we're live or not. So hold on for just a second. Let me check my other phone. I don't see it on my screen, so I'm going to check here. It's the second time I tried to do this. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to just do whatever I can do and just get it over with, y'all. So hold on one second. Okay. So I think it's working. All right. I think we are in the building. So maybe my other video, did my other video go live? Can't tell. Want to send a special shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to Tamika Blake. Shout out to Caden Zapp. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining the Brown Girls Are Beautiful team. If you are in support of Brown Girls Are Beautiful, give this video a thumbs up. So today, I want to let y'all in on a secret. Okay, it's really not a secret, y'all. I have what's called a walking mat. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Let me double check and make sure the sound can be heard. Hold on one second, y'all. Because you know how the devices are. Let me turn this up. Okay, okay, I can be heard. That's what's up. All right, thank y'all. Well, thank myself. All right, so I have this walking mat in front of me. Shout out to, Amazon. And so I got it all hooked up and set up. So I'm going to press the start button. It came with this remote. Okay. I don't know what the M and the P is for. Still trying to figure that out. Of course, the play button is the start button, and we have a stop button. We have a plus and a minus and a 3 in the middle. So I have to read up on that. But nonetheless, we're going to get going and we're going to get started. Okay. So this walking mat also has a little crevice right here for like your phone, where it holds your phone or your iPad. And then it has this little thing right here, which I was not privy to, but you're supposed to clip this on. And then apparently, if you get caught up, it'll automatically stop the machine so you don't get hurt. So I didn't know about that either. Y'all, I am doing this with my glittery slippers on, white socks, and black uh, leggings. Shout out to Michael Jackson. I'm going to be comfortable doing this. Health is wealth. And y'all trust me when I say health is wealth, okay? Because without your health, we don't have anything. I don't care how much money you have. If you can't get out of the hospital bed, you cannot enjoy your life, right? So a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're so small, you're so petite, you don't need to work out." I've heard that before at the gym, right? I used to lift weights, and I'm going to get back into lifting weights again. Right now, I'm limited on what I can do because I am overcoming a situation. But we're going to get into walking. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So I wish I could see the full complexity of what I have going on here, but my camera angle is a bit limited. So you're just gonna have to work with me with what I have going on here, okay? So I guess let's go ahead and get started so we can get this workout out the way. I'm gonna try to make this between 15 to 20 minutes. Um, all right, let's push the play button. All right, so we're starting off at point 6. We're gonna push the plus button and work our way up. Point 1, we're at 1.0, 1.3, 1.5. All right, 1.5 seems to be pretty comfortable, y'all. So this lets you know how quickly time can go by if you want to work out, if you want to get your steps in. So, y'all, if it's too hot outside, there is no excuse if you have one of these at the house. That's why I got it, really, because it was cold outside. Then sometimes it might be too hot outside and you want to go work out, you want to go for a nice brisk walk, and it's just you don't want to sweat your hair, just all of that. So you can be inside the house and do it like this. You can also watch TV, listen to music, all of these things. Y'all, right now I'm talking to y'all. So hopefully you don't mind, okay? All right, so let's talk about it. So many people say if you're real petite, you don't really need to work out, you don't need to lose weight. Well, let's stop it. Stop. Sorry, y'all. Let's stop right there because first of all, working out, we'll speed it up to 1.8. Working out does not necessarily have a whole lot to do with just losing weight. You're building endurance. So that's one thing. Building endurance is important. Working on your heart muscle, that's very important. Keeping, your blood circulating, that's another important factor. This also helps to reduce cholesterol. All right. So I got it up to 1.9. It helps with your balance, helps you sleep better, helps the appetite. So for me, like when I was lifting weights at the gym, it helped me sleep better. It helped me be more clear minded. Um, my appetite did increase. Of course, muscle weighs more than fat. So it helped me gain weight. It helped me tone. So right now, what I'm doing, because this machine also has an incline on it. So you can actually set it for the incline and you can work on like your calf muscles, you can work on the thigh muscles on the back of your legs, all of that. So walking is actually really good for a lot of different things. It's not just about losing weight. You can also tone, you can body sculpt. So it's a lot of things that goes into play. And it's just good for the overall functionality of your health, your mindset. It helps with a lot of things and stress. That's another thing. Yesterday, I was real irritated about something, and I had a conversation with somebody. They irritated me so much, I had to walk the stress off, y'all. I mean, and when I get upset, sometimes it could take a matter of a day or two for me to calm down. That's not good. That's not good, especially if you even really, really got on my nerves. So I'm trying to watch what I say because I don't want to say something too inappropriate on the channel. But yeah, that be really pissed me off. Okay. Uh, and I don't even want to get into that. So we're going to just keep it moving, y'all. But, and that's another thing. People and the devil, they always attacking. I talk about that a lot on this channel. If you look like you are just, blessed spiritually and everything, or just in any capacity, and people have a certain, I guess, if they have a certain perception of you, that's when the hate starts. That's when the sabotage starts. And it's for no reason. People who don't even know you trying to take opportunities away. But that's not stopping anything because what are we doing? We over here working out. We are working the stress away so it gets out of our bodies. Because believe it or not, if stress stays in your body, it lingers and it's not good for us. A lot of people express stress in different ways. Poor eating choices, poor eating habits. I'm guilty of it as well. Yeah, I have a weakness for Snicker bars, okay? I like sweets. I love chocolate chip cookies. I like apple pie. Right now, I have Pepper Ridge apple turnovers in the freezer, and I might pop one in the oven, you know? But y'all, we have to have a balance. Ice cream is no good for us, but every once in a while, I like my caramel Haagen Dazs. I like my strawberry Haagen Dazs, and so does the kitty cats. They love it. So if you have cats, they love ice cream, y'all. Just a little caveat right there. But y'all, I really think this is going to be a good stepping stone to get me to build up to back to where I was. It's going to help my endurance, and once this happens, it's going to also help um, just my muscles in my legs. And then I'm going to eventually work my way up to lifting weights. I really like to lift weights more than anything. I don't like to do too much cardio because I don't really have much weight to lose. I don't have any weight to lose. But it's really like when I go to the gym, I might do the treadmill for 15 minutes. I build my heart rate up, and then that's when I go hit the weights. So what I used to do is do this for like 15 minutes, listen to my 3 6 Mafia because that's something that will get me hype, and then I'll go like work on my upper body, so my arms. You probably can't see it, but I have like natural muscle tone without even trying. Even in my stomach, I always had like a 4 pack, even in high school. Um, so it doesn't take a lot to tone up when you're naturally thin because you're very lean. You don't have a lot of weight on you. But So I do the upper body, and then I would work on the the like maybe my back muscles, right? And then after that, sometimes I'll do my legs. Now, you can do all of this in one day, but take a break in between. Like take like one day off so for your muscles to like heal themselves, because you can overdo it with your muscles, right? You can overdo it, you can strain a muscle, you can pull a muscle, and that is not good. I'm gonna tell you another thing that used to go on with me many years ago when I first started going to the gym, and even up until this day, sometimes if I overwork a muscle or if I do something, I get like this electrocution pain right up in this area. It feels like electricity has shocked me, and it's like I can't move and I have to just be still. That's how bad it hurts. And I really think that's not even a muscle. I think it's a nerve, but that is very painful. So I had to like back down on the weights, because maybe I was lifting too much. But I really, really like toning my arms. That's one of the best things I like about the gym, because I remember one day my friend had a photo shoot and I was there, and the photographer had snapped a picture of me. And y'all, when I say like all you saw were my biceps bulging, yeah, I like that feeling. I like for my biceps to bulge. All right. So if you're a dude and you don't like a female with biceps, too bad. But I like it. I've always had like natural strength, and I'm a pretty strong person for my size, believe it or not. I've actually lifted a washing machine. Um, I've lifted a dryer. Of course, I had the help of this person. He was 6'2" at the time, but we both lifted it. You should see some of the furniture that I've moved on my own. I brought this in here by myself practically with one hand, but I didn't put it together though, okay? Because I'm still, healing in this other hand. So I'm not supposed to be lifting, pulling, tugging, or doing things like that. But I was kind of in here doing some stuff yesterday, but I had help. So I wasn't doing too much. So, you got to take care of yourself in moderation, y'all. Um, so we're already at 8 minutes and 36 seconds. I'm going to be on here for another 11 minutes, and then I'm going to get off. Now, another thing about working out is you're supposed to do a cool down. So at the end of my workout sessions, what I would do after I finish lifting weights, I get back on the treadmill for like another maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I'll get on there and then I'll do a cool down, because by that time, after all the weightlifting, my body and my heart is palpitating, right? My heart is going off because I'm hype. I'm listening to 3 6 Mafia and who else? Project Pat and all of that, right? So now I gotta calm down because I gotta get back in the car, and I gotta drive home. So we don't want to be amped up like that on the road. But yeah, so that's pretty much the workout session. I would stay in the gym for about 45 minutes to close to an hour. So that's something that I would do. I think 45 minutes was a pretty good session for me. And once you get into the habit of it, it makes it easier. Um, I mean, going with somebody helps, but like if you don't have anybody, just motivating yourself to go. So, how did I used to do that? I would bring my clothes with me, and I would go straight after work. That way I didn't have an excuse to go to the house, because if I went home, I probably wouldn't want to leave back out the house because I got, kind of relaxed at that point. I'm like, I don't feel like going back out there dealing with the traffic. You know how it is when you get off at like 4:30, you get home at 5, you're tired from the traffic. You don't feel like going back outside. So that's why we have this in here so we don't have that problem, right? And then I have some dumbbells in here that I would occasionally lift. Right now, I can't do that with this arm and this hand and this wrist, but I will get back into that later. Push-ups are a good thing to do as well. Stretching, that's another thing I forgot to talk about. So with my stretching, I definitely would stretch my legs out a lot. Pretty flexible, but I know over the course of like this last year or so, I haven't been as active. So I want to get back being active again. And riding my bicycle, y'all. I used to take my bicycle to the park and ride it. Walk. I used to do a lot of walking. What else? Neighborhood walks. Yeah, I was very active. So when you get active, you're naturally going to develop muscle tone. So for anybody that's on their health journey, um, you know, just go ahead and start. Um, my mother's on the health journey. My sister's on the health journey, and they've been doing really good, y'all. Another thing that I'm working on is my water intake because that's something that I have a challenge with is drinking enough water. And I know they say we're supposed to drink however many gallons a day, but I think that's overkill for somebody my size. You're not supposed to drink too much water. I don't know if you know that, but too much water is not good for you. So drink enough. But by the time they say by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated, y'all. And right now I feel thirsty. I was not drinking water today. And I really should have had some water before I started this. Alkaline water. That's something that I like to drink. And also something that I was doing that I need to start back doing is putting lemon in my water. Why lemon? I would slice the lemon. Well, first of all, clean the lemon off, slice the lemon up, put the slices in the water, and sip on it out of a glass. And I pour my water in a glass pitcher because the glass helps with the molecular structure of the water. We're not supposed to be drinking out of plastic, and plastic has like contaminants in it. So I'll drink out of the water, out of the glass with a straw. I always need a straw when I drink anything. Like that's just a part of my everyday routine is drinking with a straw. And I sip the water like that. And I put the lemon in there because the lemon cleanses the body of mucus. So if you know anything about Dr. Sebi, which I'm sure you do, Dr. Sebi told us that all sickness and disease starts from a buildup of mucus. So lemon, y'all, lemon is the trick. All right, let's see how long we've been on here. All right. I've walked 2.2 miles so far, I think. Oh no, I'm at 2.2 miles per hour. And then I've been on here for 13 minutes. So I have another 6 minutes to go. What can I talk about for the next 6 minutes? Yeah, I'm trying to think about something. Um, we could talk about whatever you want to talk about because I can't think of anything right now. Really, I shouldn't be walking with these glittery slides on, but they're comfortable. I need to wash my hair. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I don't know if I'm going to wash my hair. If I do, you'll know about it because I always talk about it. Oh, boy, we're down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So we're almost done. So you see how quickly time passes. So for people to say, I'm tired, I don't feel like it, I've been working, y'all, we can do this. We can get through it. Make this a part of your daily routine. You can walk every single day. Some people walk if you work from home, they do exercises from their desk. Some people are at work and they go to the gym on their lunch break. Um, I didn't do that because I did not want to see the people that I work with on my break, honestly. And we had a very nice gym because I used to work at the health insurance company. We had a really nice gym. I never once went to that gym. That's a shame. And it was free. I didn't want to be there. So I ended up joining a gym membership. It was an all ladies membership. And I paid for it. I didn't want to see those people. Now, of course, I did see some people that I would work with at, this gym that I paid for, but I didn't mind seeing them, but I didn't want to be at the actual facility where I work being in the gym. I didn't want to do that. Um, at the office, we also have access to a free gym, but the office is a drive for me, so I don't go to that gym. So now I got my own exercise equipment right here, so I don't have to worry about it. People can do little things here and there to just help themselves. Because y'all think about the people they are locked up, they're in prison and they coming out looking like they've been working out. So calisthenics, that's what they call it. Just using your own weight. Like we can do a whole lot of things for ourselves, like pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, squats is another one. You can even walk in place, run in place. I'm just thinking of like if I was locked away in a cell, what would I have to work with? Y'all, that has to drive somebody crazy. Um, anyway, and let's not even get started about how I feel like school is kind of like jail because they got the same 30 minutes for lunch. They got the same 30 minutes for recess, y'all. It's ridiculous, but I don't understand why they haven't changed the school structure anyway. Because I don't think children should be getting up in darkness, going to school before the sun comes up, coming home after the sun has gone down. That's ridiculous to me. I've seen children coming home at 5:30 and it's dark outside. I've seen children standing at the bus stop and the sun hasn't even come up yet. I'm like, I don't ever remember going to school and it was dark outside. Oh yes, they are manipulating the weather. And not only are they manipulating the weather, they're manipulating time. They're manipulating time, y'all. You think I'm joking, but they are jumping and they're what they call it time traveling. That is a real thing, believe it or not. And my friend and I, we talk about this all the time. Also, there's something called the Mandela effect. I want y'all to look up Tostino's Pizza. Tostinos, Tostino's Pizza, and tell me what you see. And then I want you to look at Totino's Pizza. Now, they try to say that it's always been Totino's, Totinos. No, it hasn't. That's how I know they playing tricks with our minds. Tostino's Pizza and Totino's Pizza never was spelled that way. So y'all make sure you are cognizant of what's going on. And even check out how they're spelling the Berenstain Bears because I was a big advocate of the Berenstain Bears. As a child, I used to get those books all the time. And they used to spell that name with the Stein at the end. Now they spell it Stain, and that's incorrect. So there is a time shift going on. There's been altering of our reality going on. Some of y'all might not understand it, but the people that do, you understand what's going on. And this is only for the people that's on that level. I don't really talk about some of this stuff with a lot of people because they don't understand it. Only a select few people will know what I'm talking about. If you've been feeling real tired lately, it's because they've been pulling on your energy. They've been manipulating your energy, y'all. All right, we're at 2.3 miles per hour. We're at 19 minutes. So we have about 50 seconds, y'all. And I'm going to do, I guess, what you call a cool down. Yeah, I'm going to do a little cool down. Okay, so we're at 1.8. We're going to slow it down. We're at 1.8. We're going to slow it down. We're at 1.8. We're going to slow it down. We're at 1.7. Okay. All right. So hopefully you're on your walking pad, your treadmill. You're doing this with me. All right. We got 19 seconds to go, y'all. We almost done. Get our 20 minutes in. We did our 20 minutes yesterday. We're at 1.4, y'all. All right. We're slowing it down. We're at 1.2. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. We're looking for 20 minutes. We're at 20:05. We can stop. We are done. We are done. We are done. We're done. And that's how quickly it went. Now, if you really want to showboat, show all out, you could do 30 minutes. 30 minutes is really what they say is good for your heart, but I'm just doing 20 for now. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. Um, I'm thirsty. I'm going to get me some water, something to drink. I definitely feel like my temperature has, risen. And yeah, I'm breathing a little heavier. My heart is pulsating more. And that's what we want. We want to get the heart rhythm up because we want a nice, strong, healthy heart, y'all. So, anyway, that's been a workout with yours truly. A little slight workout, nothing heavy. Brown girls are beautiful. Signing out. Remember to always continue to walk in your divinity. Until next time, you all stay blessed. Take care. Take care of your health. Take care take care of your health because that's wealth. Take care of your mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, psychological health, all health. Okay. All of that is important. All right. Talk to y'all later. Remember, your body is your temple. Signing out, y'all. And until next time. And I have some videos that I will be posting, but I want to see how to turn this off. Okay. Bye, y'all.